Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with the Timeless reading. Welcome. Okay, first card that we have out is Hermit. I'm also seeing Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This looks like you're trying to figure something out here. You could be looking for something. You could be trying to figure something out. Us starting off with the Hermit shows that that's sort of like the suggested energy to be in right now, where it's like time for you to tune in and to reflect on this. So rather than like looking to other people and reaching out and like asking what's going on or looking for guidance outside of yourself, this is sort of like you connecting with yourself and you connecting with your guides when it comes to this. Because the Hermit is about being like self-referential in that way. So it's like not looking to someone else. It's actually looking to yourself and doing so by honest self-reflection to figure this out. But it looks like you're looking for something here. So this can be like, I'm trying to figure this out, or I'm trying to find an answer right now, or I'm looking for something particular, or for something to make sense even. This has to do with the state of intention, it seems. There's a very pensive energy here with this. Okay, so we have Hermit over here. So trying to figure something out, trying to make sense of something, like looking for an answer. What is that? The Hermit is looking into here and being like, what am I seeing? I'm trying to get a grasp on this. Okay. I'm seeing Four of Cups and I'm seeing Queen of Cups over here. So this can mean that somebody turned something down. Somebody wasn't interested in something. See how this is? I'm associating, I'm like linking these two energies with one another. This can be you too if you're the Queen of Cups. It's like something coming in and being offered and this person like turning away from that. And it looks like the Queen of Cups. So this can be somebody that's like central to somebody's affection or having to do with like an interpersonal relationship, something like that. If this card is you though, this can be something that you're figuring out, that you're trying to understand, that maybe you weren't into something. It can be like that sort of thing. But it feels more like, I'm seeing the Hermit more so actually be a character here. See? It's like trying to figure something out, reflecting on something. It has to do with an offer that came in, like not being interested. And this can be too you being in a spot where you're really trying to tune into what your intuition is telling you. But I am seeing these two energies be linked together. So whoever this person is, whoever this Queen of Cups is, something was offered to them. And this is them being like, whatever that is, I'm not into that. And to have Hermit here, this is something that's like truly been reflected upon too. This isn't just like, I'm just making that decision arbitrarily. This is somebody that's really gotten into a place where they're super, super tuned in. So let's connect with this too. If this energy is you, if you are this Queen of Cups, you can have something that's being offered to you, and when you really think about it, you're in a spot where you're like, I don't want that. That's not resonating with me, because we have a lot of emotional energy here. So you would feel like on an internal level, like when you connect with your heart space, something that's coming through, it's just like not vibing with you. For some of you too, this can be something creatively as well. Because Queen of Cups can be, it can be like an opportunity to nurture, to love, to care for, to create, those types of things. We got a lot of people here, it seems. I'm seeing also next to Queen of Cups, we have a King of Wands. And I'm also seeing a Queen of Pentacles. So there could potentially be 3 people here so far. Okay, touching base with what one feels. It also seems like there's a focus on like getting things done within one's personal life as well, and potentially taking some time to recharge currently. And maybe even not wanting to take something on right now also too because of needing some time or needing some space, those sorts of things. It feels like almost not having the energy for something. I'm hearing wherewithal, actually. Which could mean too that something may potentially be postponed as well. All right, so those of you that are connected with this energy of the Queen of Cups, it looks like Queen of Cups turned something down because they have a lot of other stuff going on. They may also have like a lot of stuff going on personally or like with people in their lives too. So you could have like a lot of interpersonal stuff that's going on right now that has to do with like your personal life. It also has to do with like things that you've been up to as well, and also what's going on within the heart space too. So I'm seeing 4 of Swords, which is about like recharging. Having 4 of Pentacles and having 3 of Swords can be like holding on to something, that creating a sense of pain. So this can be like being too controlling with things, like not relaxing, not letting go, not allowing things to be as they're meant to be, as they're playing out. And that can be creating like emotional discomfort. Someone can also feel like they really need time to reconnect with themselves because they're at this point where they're like, I feel like I've been holding on to this and I want to release it, but I'm having a hard time with that. So I feel even that there's an awareness of like, I'm holding on to something that feels painful to me in a way, and also I'm struggling to release that. So it can be like I'm struggling to be more open-minded, or I'm struggling to sort of let things be or unfold as they're meant to, or I'm struggling to let go and not be so concerned with having control over things. This can be with a specific situation. It can also be in general too. But this, you may feel too that like this time is very needed because this is something that you're reflecting on, that at this point you want to release. And also within releasing this, you're going to tune into a sense of wisdom that can't be heard when the ego is trying to control things. Okay. Resting, recharging, centering the mind too. Having Hermit connected with 4 of Swords, this is going within and seeing what's going on mentally and doing what needs to be done in order to like reconcile what's happening. So this is like, I need a break, I need to take a step back, I need some time to myself, I need to sort of like disconnect from the outside world right now to tune into myself. It looks too like this is associated with a change that's going to be occurring. What this seems to be connected to is 4 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles, which looks like it's connected with something that did not work out. It looks like another person not being on the same page as someone else, like something just not being connected. But this can also be something that's been being held on to. So there can be like somebody not being interested in something. There can be like a rejection, there can be something that wasn't working out. And then Four of Pentacles can be, but I'm still refusing to like accept that. I'm still refusing to let go, but in still holding on to that, now I'm feeling like the grips of emotional pain regarding this situation. But what really needs to be done, what's being suggested as far as like how to get through this situation, it's to actually like take charge to center emotionally. So it's not taking charge and doing anything outside of yourself, it's actually taking charge of what's going on the inside, and to reconnect with one's personal needs as well. Because I'm seeing like this situation can really be used to allow one to evolve if one is open to that. But I'm seeing definitely like one feeling like they need time within their personal life to touch base again with themselves in a way where like there's something going on mentally that's meant to be like, how do I get centered again? And it seems too like that's actually what one is sort of like looking for. And seeing too what's being, this all comes back to something emotionally that's painful, that's being held on to because of like a lack of willingness to accept a situation for what it is. Okay, so this does have to do, for some of you, this is bringing up something from the deep past for you. Looking into a past situation and how that actually may be. Some of you, this is solely a past situation. Some of you, this is like a past situation that's also connected with something that's happening now that may have felt triggering to you, and needing to take this time to like center oneself by connecting with oneself and like what you really need at this point in time and what you need to give to yourself. It's not like what you need from anyone else or like other people, because it seems like that's what's trying to be reconciled here. There could have been something else that you were leaning into where you were meant to like lean into yourself. And I'm also seeing this Five of Swords, which means that there's something that happened that you may really be feeling a type of way about still, where like you could have gotten your feelings hurt about something, or you could be feeling angry about something, or you could feel like something didn't go how you wanted it to go. There are like lots of things that can be being kicked up by this. But I feel like this centers around like somebody got their feelings hurt about something. Whoever this Queen of Cups is. Remember too, like all of us can be like interchanging with all of these different energies, because I'm seeing like a lot of different vibes going on here. But mainly this is about like, how do I sort of come to terms with this painful thing that has happened? Because this is not a type of reading where it's like something is about to happen. This thing has already happened, and this is about like reconciling that within oneself. Because I'm seeing, starting off with the Hermit, this is not, even though other people may be involved in this is about how do you reconcile this with you, not you with anybody else. So this is like, how do I figure this out? And I'm seeing a very key piece of this is looking into the past. It's something that when that like memory is triggered, you're still feeling a type of way about this. You could have even felt like there's some type of like injustice as well. Like the way that this energy is connected with the past. So it seems like I'm still holding on to that, or like I still have a chip on my shoulder because of that, or I'm still mad, you know, whatever it is, but it's something that's like really eating away at you at this point. Because this isn't feeling good, because that can also feel too like every time I try to get in touch with my emotions, I have this thing coming up and then I want to like distance myself from how I'm feeling. And it's because of a lack of, I'm hearing security. It feels mainly like a lack of acceptance of a situation where you may have felt like you got like rejected, or something that you wanted didn't work out, and still holding on to that. Like still not letting that go. And in that, I'm still not letting that go, I'm feeling so much pain. And then when I get into situations where I do want to connect, or I start feeling things, it's like one of the first things that I'm feeling. and then I'm getting mad all over again, you know, like that type of thing. So it just seems like a cycle that keeps happening where you could feel like you're stuck from moving forward. And that's why revisiting this is going to be so important. Because this is something that's going to allow you to foster a type of peace within your personal life that you're not necessarily feeling currently. And you would know that because you may be doing something where you could be like trying to escape when you have downtime, or doing anything other than tuning in and feeling present because it just feels like overwhelming or it feels like too much. So that's what this is about. And I'm seeing like the past really be a key to this, to unlocking this for you. And it's going to release you from something that I think at this point, when you get into this place, like sitting in this place, like within your heart, it's feeling very uncomfortable right now. Like really painful. And so of course it makes sense why you wouldn't want to go into the function of feeling, because it hurts every time you do. So it's about knowing that this is actually something that can be healed, but it's going to take a release. And that's going to be a really necessary part. And this is coming to terms with something that has happened, something from the past that has happened. And for some of you, it's a situation where there could have been like multiple people involved as well. It seems like that. It seems like something that took place where there may be like a few different parties that were involved in this. Anything else? What are you still holding on to emotionally? How do you come to terms with this? And how do you center yourself? Because some of you too may feel like you're acting out at this point. So how do you get to a space where you're settling like that reactivity by like sitting and being mindful of what's going on emotionally for you? Because some of you, this has now been impacting you within your personal life. And this may be something that you're looking into because you're like, I don't want this to be impacting me negatively, in like a not preferable way within your personal life. And it may actually be getting in the way of you getting your needs met as well, which is interesting because you may think that you're doing certain things to meet your needs when you're actually like doing the opposite of that. So that's why looking into this is so important, because when you're doing things that are like motivated by like pain and fear, even if you've become accustomed to that, it's something that's just going to keep that cycle continuing. So I'm seeing like resting and recovering and healing is needed. It has to do with like some form of rejection or something not working out that felt really painful. And it has to do with, I think, taking back control of something that had happened and sort of like finding your place within that, rather than feeling like you're giving your control away. And that could have too been a situation where maybe you were so young that you didn't have the opportunity to sort of do that within this situation, and now you just find it repeating. And this is sort of catching up with the times of where you are now, checking in as an adult and recognizing yourself as capable too. And that you're not just forced to like repeat this without your consent. So that's what a big piece of this is. But I'm seeing a lot of it is about coming to terms with things here. And some of you, yes, this was a past situation, and also something recently may have triggered this again for you coming up. This is going to feel like the biggest weight is lifted, like once you release this. This is really going to change the trajectory for you in a way where you're going to be able to, like, once you move through this, you're going to be able to like sit within your feelings, and it's like every time before, maybe even up to this point, when you sit in your emotions, it's like this shock collar zapping you. And so again, of course, there's this like wanting to avoid, but also being like, now I feel disconnected from that part of me, but I'm really searching for that like emotional availability as well. But every time I do, I feel like I'm getting hurt. And this is going to allow you to tune in and to connect in a way where it doesn't have to be painful. That doesn't have to be the association and the experience that you're making with this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.